Hi, my name's Trudy McDonald. I'm the Managing Director of Talent Code HR. As we come towards the end of the year, it's critical that you can re-energise your team so they've got something to look forward to when they come back after the break. A critical thing that really helps people feel valued and appreciated and will drive retention within organisations is ensuring that people aren't stagnating. Explicitly, that they're developing the skills and the capabilities that not only help them feel as though their careers are progressing, but also they're helping your organisation. In this environment of rapid change, it's critical to understand that the skills and the capabilities that our leaders and our managers have today are quickly evolving, and there's more and more pressure on them to be able to do a number of key things. The first is they need the skills and the capabilities to be able to lead teams in a disrupted, a disjointed, and a hybrid work environment. Second is they need the ability to lead and manage change. And this is particularly important as the pace of change accelerates and we recognise that we need to be bringing people on the journey if we're going to be successful. They need resilience. They need to be able to build resilient teams. And finally, they need a high level of learning ability. And with learning ability, it means that they can quickly learn new products, understand changing market needs, and adapt to make sure that they're delivering what's needed. So with all of those themes, and these have been well written up and documented in research over the last 12 months or so, what's really important is for organisations to understand how do we best build these capabilities. In the learning and development space, there's a model referred to as the 70-20-10 rule, and that it talks about how we learn best as adults in a work environment. What the model tells us is that 70% of our learning happens on the job, through experiences, through making mistakes, through reflecting on our learnings, and then giving it another go. 20% of our learning comes from coaching and from feedback for others, and managers play a critical role in making that happen. And 10% of our learning comes from formal education or formal training. It's really important to understand this model when you're starting to create really meaningful development plans or development programs for your team if you want to get a return on investment. So what are some of the really practical things that you can do to bring all of this together? At the end of the day, there's no one size fits all. However, here's some themes that we've found have worked really well with our clients. The first is we want to build a foundation of psychological safety. And what that means is that we want an environment where people are comfortable putting themselves outside of their comfort zone. They're able to experiment, they're able to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes through reflection so that they continue to get better. This is really critical if we want to tap into the 70% of where learning actually happens. So getting that environment right is a really important first step. From there, we usually need to start looking at the specific capabilities that require development. And there is absolutely a role for workshops and more formalized training whereby we're imparting knowledge. However, the key thing is it can't stop there. So if we want to shift the value from that 10% into the 20% and into the 70%, ultimately we need to understand the role of leaders and managers in terms of coaching individuals on the job to make sure that they're being held accountable to apply their learnings, but also they're being coached through experiences and given real-time feedback around what's working and how they can do more of that, but also what they could do better. One of the critical elements that really can be a game changer for organisations is the concept of group coaching or peer coaching. And this is where you would bring individuals together across the organisation. So you're creating cross-functional pods, as we call them, and having those groups come together in between workshops whereby they're holding each other accountable for implementing the learnings. They're sharing their experiences and they're inspiring each other to keep putting themselves outside of their comfort zones. Now, this can be done within your organisation or it can be done with other leaders in other organisations. And we've got a whole learning and development program we refer to as leadership labs that can enable that to happen with other leaders if that's something that you're interested in. In summary, developing your leaders and your future leaders is one of your best investments as an organisation. And in fact, it's critical if you're going to continue to thrive as an organisation. If you're interested in discussing what that can look like for your business, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would be delighted to have a chat with you.